everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Monster Interrupted. We are playing the first book of Abomination Vaults. We've been at this for on and off for over a year. Apologies if you've gone way ahead and you're finding this episode or you're finding our show and going, oh, this is really old. But we find that this classic dungeon, I think this is going to be the new Rise of the Rune Lords, where tons of people make a show out of it, tons of people will listen to it and replay it because it's got a little bit of everything. It's got some good moves, it's got some baked-in humor. I mean, in the last episode, they put a shadow in a pantsuit, gave it a backstory, and I just called it Karen. We go now back to that battle where a certain little somebody, we'll say the party, who are probably splitting their pants. Sorry. Can I say that? I guess I can say that. Are you guys splitting your pants? Zooming in on the map, down on the second level known as the Servants' Quarters in the Gauntlet Ruin. Something about Gauntlet I did not realize. The swamp and the forest is somewhat elevated from sea level, and you can actually see the lighthouse from the ocean. Makes a little bit more sense. Now, why would they still want to put it all the way back there in the swamp? Or maybe that was the highest ground. It just happened to be swampy ground. I don't know. I'll talk to my construction people and construction workers. Guys, we were mid-battle, and the mighty Gauze barbarian had fallen. The Karen shadow had pulled at him, drawing terrible amount of negative energy damage into him, and literally pulled what appears to be a shadow from him and places it behind her. This creature she creates, it can't be him. This thing has spindly arms. Now, I mean, it is a shadow. There's not a lot of form to it, but if you can see Miss Pantsuit, let me just show you the Karen again. The dreaded Karen. Where are we? Majordomo. Where the Majordomo? Oh, great. I've lost my Majordomo. Karen's run off to find the manager, and I can't find her. Morlock. There she is. Look carefully at this picture, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize to the podcasting audience. Okay. Look very, very closely. Do you see the definition of the texture of the surface of the pantsuit? Do you see barefoot? Okay, I must have made her day off. Do you see the very thin white cracked lines in her form and her open eyes, literally just pure white bleeding hatred for the system and the lack of her voice being heard and literally giving off smoke? The haircut? Well, that's explained in the name. Collared pantsuit. I kid you not. What she pulls from Gauze isn't a man in a duster with a great axe. She pulls a blackened image of a humanoid with spindly, hairy legs, spindly, hairy arms, and large mandibles, a flat head, and many bulbous eyes. Too terrified and caught up in the adrenaline in the moment for you guys to process much of this. She places this creature behind her, and it just seems to stand there motionless, quasi-aware of its surroundings for the moment. Gauze took so much damage he falls limp to the floor. And next up, we have our evangelist cleric, Kenro Lagar. What do you do?
So we're just getting out of the battle now. We're with the battle with these guys. I'm going to look to my compatriots and say, Callistria says we should leave. We're not going to win this fight. Tell everyone we should head off.
Okay. So, let's say as an action, I know you just say flee and run, but there is that sort of perception action or action of pointing out an ambush. I will, if you spend an action, I will make sure that you have everyone's attention. No one is lost in blood fury. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll spend an action for that.
Okay.
I also would want to ask Gregor, Gregor, can you grab gauze?
Okay. Okay, 2 actions left.
And then movement is a third, I get, or another action.
You get 2. Oh, yeah, no, I'll let you, like, Gregor grab him. We're out of here. That's all in action. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you're going to run.
And we'll use my movement to go.
Okay. So you run east, back through the doors whence we came?
Yeah, the way we came out back to east again.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15. Now, did you guys close the secret door to your north after exploring this larger room?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Would you just run the way you came, or would you try to run into the larger room?
I would think if we're trying to get out of this place because we're all a little beat up, or
Okay.
God is on the death, I think we're going to run the way we came.
Okay.
I would look at it.
All right.
Here to be safe rather than run to where we don't know.
I hate to be a pain in the ass, but yeah, I guess directing an animal companion is also an action. So just definite orders, 2 actions, and you've got 25 move. You go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 puts you inside the secret door.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Works for you? Okay. I just realized that I kiboshed the map, so let's bring this back up here. Bring the map back up and readjusting, seeing your positions. Just going to try and zoom in here as much as possible. Right? And then we have Major Carandomo. Boop. And we'll place her, just because it's such a striking image. All right.
Well, I'm actually trying to look here.
And that's you. And you're deciding what to do next. Which brings us, at the bottom of the round, to the top of the next round, Jargon Whitmore. What is that? What is she doing? Oh my gods! The cosmos and that's not right. Oh, that's it. Watching the spindly creature being pulled. Oh, and just right beside Jargon is Gauze, and he collapsed. It's almost like she pulled his bones out, and he just collapsed in a pile of goo. Not really, but you know, from Jargon's perspective, he's like, "Is he gonna be okay?" And then you're like shouting, "Yeah, let's go!" And it's like, okay, you know. Jargon reaches down and grabs like an arm or a leg or whatever and just starts dragging to try to help, and only gets 5 feet, and then tries to drag again and gets another 5 feet with the body, while you're like, get the body. Jargon's like, okay, grab. Doesn't exactly pick him up or hustle. I'm a little gnome, but I'm trying to do. And that's me, Dubsy. You were in the bottom corner. You were up there flanking, and then you swung around down the bottom corner, and you were trying to talk to them about what could hurt it. Magical weapon, this weapon, something. This worked, that worked, and then you started remembering about its weakness being light. And then the cleric Jargon cast light, and it didn't seem to like it. With your flame, did not seem to like magical light, but nothing seemed to harm it. And I believe you guys were on the cusp of doing something else with said light. But suddenly the cleric commands, or, just wisely, because he's the wise one, tells us to flee. We cannot win this fight. Jargon obeys, and now you're left alone with an orc who's still battling this thing. What do you do?
There's no treasure here. Time to leave.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm debating on how far I want to go. Yeah, I think I'll start moving out to the east. 5, 10, and then I will move past Kenro
Okay.
to the north.
Everyone is rather distracted, detracted, redacted. Okay. Ken came and just ran for the door. Jargon's got his head down, and Ken's pretty much like, let's say for flavor, he's looking over his shoulder going, guys, we gotta go. He's going east, and looking north. And you come out, and having to move past them, glancing over your shoulder, you see creatures amid the rubble, looking around. They look like Gollum. They are white-haired, huge, bright-eyed, hunched over, diminutive creatures. And they're just, even though they're over by the rubble, they're looking and chattering and arguing, and it looks like they're searching for something. And then you guys all come piling out of the door. So you step through the door, and then you step forward to like try to head north or whatever, and then you catch a glimpse of these creatures. What do you do?
Oh, man. I don't want to deal with this. Okay, so they're kind of preoccupied a little bit, but they've noticed us and...
They haven't turned, but like we just fleeing through the corner of the room, they may hear us give chase, especially if we're about to carry a body, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
You step into Walmart, the greeter sees you, but there's people everywhere. And if you go through the turnstile, anyone there at the cosmetics or at the Easter counter or whatever, everyone will glance up, right?
Let's see, to the south, there's a bunch of rooms we haven't explored yet. To the north, it's the secret doors, which we might get cut off.
Yeah. I mean, trusting you not to meta where you are and what you know is in there, these characters kind of came a different route and got dumped into the same room through it via a different secret door, and then start exploring yet a completely different room.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'd still go north.
Yeah, okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to at least clear the last miniature. Did you close this door behind you? Or do you guys just leaving doors open everywhere you went?
I would have closed the one door with the major dormo, but left one open for Gregor.
Okay. So while passing through the door, you burn your second action. Your first action is movement. Still puts you here. You have a single action left. I think this door is open. I think you're all right. Yeah, because I actually have ability to mark them open closed, so.
Okay.
One action.
I think I'll move towards the northeast door, and I'll just post up.
So just running through the large bench meeting room, right?
Yep.
Okay. And that's Dubsy. No one sees what happens next. Jargon is the only one within eye shot, and he's got his head down going, oh my god, this guy is heavy. Drag. And you look at him, his size, keep running. Just like, anybody, hey.
You got this, it's good.
Yeah, no kidding. Major Domo, after having fallen one character, turns its attention elsewhere. And excuse me while I do some rolls. And you hear Gregor shout in a short-lived victory. Can't touch us. Swiping, anticipating. Anyway, you don't hear him, those strange cries of, not pain and anguish that came out of Gauze, but like, he sounds like he's doing all right. Like he's holding his own. This thing's taking swipe at him. The other shadow, you guys are unaware of what it's doing, and I know what it does, so we'll just skip it. Humanoids. Okay, hi, I'm a humanoid. I'm sitting here in my corner. I'm looking for the thing. I'm arguing with my friends. And I will say that our argument cancels out the noise you guys are making. So it's just a raw perception. DC. You know, like, do we notice you? 24. Huh? Dudes sees you, alerts his fellows, and moves to intercept. 5, 10, 15. It's my movement, 30, 15, 20, and stops. But I'm out of movement because I did a double action there. Gregor, Dark Mantle, had managed to avoid this creature, goes wide, does a tumble, trying to avoid any attacks of opportunity that this thing does. Now, I'm not saying he goes ass over tea kettle, but you know what I mean. Some little bit of neo moves, a little bit of leaning back, you know, some this, that, and the other with amazing 11. Okay. If this thing has attack of opportunity, it's free to take it at him. 5, 10, 15. Anyway, it moves to Gauze at the doorway, grabs legs and lifts and just starts moving forward and comes up short. Can't take him far enough, like tries to grab him and fireman carry him, and then sees battle, like sees an opponent leering over Jargon. So he picks up Gauze and then sees what's going on and immediately drops Gauze. Had not had a chance to put battle axe away like he did the fireman carry. He just like axe pull under the leg, you know what I mean, and just hoist him over. And then now he sees something going on. He drops Gauze as a free action and moves to intercept this creature, and that's Gregor. The small wirely humanoids rush in. One comes rushing right for Jargon with a club, takes a swing at the poor bugger, is back to him. Oh, sorry, with a dagger. And takes a stab at poor Jargon and actually hits him. Stabs him in the back. Terrible. Jargon takes 6 points of damage. And that's that creature. Gauze is unconscious. Next humanoid doesn't engage. Perception, what's going on? I was warned. Well, just because so-and-so says look over there. I've fallen for that before. Okay. Starts yelling at them in their language about something else. Maybe he's protesting that they broke off and engaged something. Maybe something else got his attention, but he doesn't come at you guys. Kenro, you're in the doorway, and then you just see a leg, and Jargon's like, right behind you, boss, and then just gets stabbed in the hip. Ah! And W goes flying past you, like literally just finger grips the walls and goes gone. What do you do, Ken?
Oh boy. I will question for this on spellcasting. Can never remember with spellcasting here. I'm prepared or am I at will? I do not remember.
What are you? As a cleric, you're prepared.
Okay, so
oracles are at will.
So if I want to, so I've always been a little bit troublesome on the spell casting for.
Okay, it's like your witch. You need to pre-memorize.
So if I prepare, let's say I prepare Bane, Command, and Sanctuary.
Right.
I can't cast any. I can cast 3 spells in a day, but I can't cast just one of those spells 3 times. I can only cast them each once.
No. The good news is tomorrow you have the entire clerical spell list, like 15 spells to choose from. If you want Bane twice, you got to memorize it twice, or in this case, pray for it twice. So if you've selected those 3, it means you've gone for each one individually.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure, so I don't have my spell used with me here.
Okay.
So I will look at I'll look at Jargon and say, Jargon, grab Goss and drag, get him to Dubsy.
I'm trying. Okay. Now, despite friend and foe being in the way in the corner, yes, I give that foe a +1 shield bonus, and yes, the wall gives him cover. You can still reach out adjacently around the corner and smack this thing if you wish, if your spells fail you.
What I also want to do, I want to cast Stabilize on Goss, because he's down and dying right now.
Okay.
Not because I don't think we ever stabilized him.
Okay.
And then for my third action, I'll use my my whip and just give a little back.
Okay.
And that'll target the guy around the wall there. This guy here, I guess the first one, right?
Okay. Stabilize. Do you have to be adjacent?
Actually, stabilize is also 2 actions. 1 dying creature 30 feet.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So I'll stabilize him. I don't know if that action telling jargon to get...
No, it's, you're just role-playing. It's fine.
And then I'll attack my roll.
Okay. So let me give you your target.
I've already targeted the one guy there.
You've also targeted Gauze. So.
Oops, that's not good. All right. Just the one.
Yep.
And that is a natural 1.
Okay. You just don't have the room to get the whip around. It's like you're in a contained space with too many people, and you try to do the little underhanded flick, and it goes awry. And with a critical miss, I'm going to cost you an action next round. Sorry?
Stuck on a light fixture, and I gotta...
Yeah. Chip, or you have to back off on the pull so you don't hurt somebody, right? Who's this in initiative? Okay, maybe the bomb in initiative, but he still counts for something. With a mighty roar, you guys see a large something barrel into the room from the north exit that we are not engaging. Further east into the room, past these creatures, is an open space 10 feet wide. And around the corner, you could not see it. It now attacks, comes straight into the room and down on... Oh, I guess that's what the creature was looking at. It's Doom. Please welcome back to the show, Matthew Spiegler playing the mighty Kraga Silver Tusk. Oh, I guess I sacrificed his other friends first. Welcome back, Matt.
Kraga's back, baby.
Don't thank me just yet. Kraga, you have been barely fed and kept alive for several weeks. I'm going to give you the enfeebled 3. Your strength has waned. However, what would you like to do? I've already cost you movement.
Do any of you have lobster in that bag?
What bag? Wrong campaign.
Whoops.
How you feeling right now? I'm assuming being a cat for 3 weeks, you might be a little bit angry, upset, or did you find your inner peace and archetype in a monk? Hanging out with that dwarf.
I've been itching and dying to smash something.
Well, fists are a weapon, dude, because unfortunately, I will say this. We're going to go back and cover what happened to you right up until this point.
So I have none of my equipment.
Not on you, no.
Okay,
But
I have my tusks. My
you
silver
do,
tusks.
and you do have your fists, and they count as a nasty weapon. So, and you
attack that one there in front of me.
okay. Go for it. With your
small wiry humanoid.
golem, like I know we know what they are, but you know, with what? What are you attacking with?
That
Oh,
is
your
my
tusks.
tusk.
Okay, sorry, I missed that effect. So you just run at this guy and just open your mouth, grab him by the shoulder, and chomp down with a hit and damage
I just grab them, pick them up, and just skewer them like freaking.
onto a tusk. How big did your tusk get?
They're big.
It's been 3 weeks, man. He hasn't been able to shave him down.
He just grabs the guy by the arm and chows down, but in his head, he's like picking this thing up like a rag doll and stuffing its head half into his mouth. He's a little delusional, you know. I mean, he didn't even rage, so you know he's not right in the head right now. He's a little weak, and that's fine. Anyway, damage, sir.
That is 9 damage.
9 damage, bringing him down to moderately damaged, which is a nasty big hit. Kraga, you have moved, you have attacked. Do you wish to attack again?
Yes, I will.
Your tusk is agile, so you can either go -4 or you just
Another chomp.
just move over 1 dice set on your attack roll there. It's done it automatically. Okay. Sorry to coach you, but I just assume you're a little rusty.
Another hit with 18.
Yeah, he just starts chewing down. Okay, now he starts stuffing the guys.
I'm hungry. I don't care how wiry he is. He's got meat.
Oh, dude, 7 points of damage. Critically wounding this guy. This is where he does the tear. This is where he does, like, he bites down and then he just tears back, right? Great big flesh. You know, the guy's missing, like, his bone is exposed on his shoulder, right? This thing screeches in pain. And that's Kraga. Welcome back to the show. 3 actions done. Round 7. A new opponent has entered the fray. Small, wiry human, number 6. This thing does not flank him. It has an ability called Swarm, where it literally tries to distract Kraga by taking the same square as his ally. I know, it's against the rules, but these creatures have a very cool ability that allows them to do it. Whilst swarming. Hang on one second here. First, he's going to do a scuttling attack. I ignore the difficult terrain I was standing in. Strides twice, ignoring difficult terrain caused by natural cavern features like rubble, stalagmite. So he just comes lopping off of, because you know how you saw how he was on the rubble there? Lopping off there, goes running in, and gets into what's called a swarming stance. And he gets a +1 to his circumstance to attack. As the two of them, you know that thing where the guys line up and they do the head rotation and you see the 3 of them wagon wheel around like that's how I see these things attacking. They put their hands on their knees, they bow their legs, and they do that round and around. You see the 3 guys, you know. No? I know, you're busy fleeing for your lives. That's okay. Question is, no, I don't think you're flat-footed. Okay. Targeting this hungry orc. Well, I guess Enfeebled 3 didn't do much to you, dude. Maybe I should have made you... I thought, oh, so mean, you know, he's starved. I gotta put some conditions on him. He's not gonna hit anything. Dude just runs out, starts solving 2 problems. I attack my enemy, and I get fed. Well done, Spiegler. Well played, I gotta say, dude. Anyway, this thing comes running at you and tries to bite you. Tries to bite you back with its nasty little jaws. 1724 for a hit. Digs into your leg. 1d4 plus 2 piercing damage. Arrgh. But for some reason only does 5 points and the excess damage to you is ignored. Scuttling attack cost me 2 actions. That is him. Jargon Whitmore. Mind! Turning around, the guy just stabbed him in the hip, right? Literally drag 1, drag 2, drag 3. All 3 actions to get Gauze's body clear. Do these things have attack of opportunity? That is the question. Excuse me one moment while I check. La na 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 dun 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 dun. No. Okay. Jargon gets clear. Dubsy. Little help, please.
Oh man, I'm gonna regret this. I will run back.
Okay.
So I will go back to the south, 5, 10,
15. If you enter my square at 20, grab him as an action, and then use your other action to move, I will allow you to grab Gauze and pull him further, right past me. Or do you want to just wait there and, like, guard me, or, you know. It's great how we have the smallest dude carrying the biggest load, but hey, you know. Rhaegar's, I would think he would not just, like, run past opponents and leave you guys open on a flank, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I might actually just run by everyone and actually help with the fight.
Sure. Now,
so
if you want to like tag Gregor out of the fight, because he could just pick him up and run, and then you guys cover the retreat. Like I got 3 guys running away and 1 guy covering the retreat. If you guys want to flip, you could have 1 guy carrying Gauze and 3 guys covering the retreat if you wish.
Okay, yeah, but we'll try it.
Okay.
He's getting nowhere fast with Gauze.
Okay, so you were 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, forcing to move, 5, 10. Okay, so 2 moves, unfortunately, just to get you in. Oh, great. Kenner, another dude's in my way. You just got the guy clear of your whip. The guy jumps back in there. What do you want to do? Dubsy, you got one action left.
I'm going to target the guy to the east of me.
Wirely humanoid number 11.
11. It's not a great number.
Instead of jerseys, I just see these guys have like dirt, like football numbers, like etched into their skin or something. Like all the monsters are like, instead of wearing like football jerseys or whatever, they have their number somewhere on them, like on their shoulder or whatever.
Thing 1, thing 2.
Exactly.
With a 14.
What are you swinging at me?
Short sword.
Okay. The shadow does not pursue. You think that thing would just be on us because we got stopped. Through the doors, I mean, good. Who cares? We got to get out of here. Undead's behind us. The Major Domo, for some reason, does not pursue. However, I do get my spawn to pursue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out into the... Come on, through the doorway here. This spindly, hairy, mandibled shadow drifts angrily, silently, no, calmly, just strides, lopping back and forth steadily, steps through the doorway, and cocks its head animalistically at you the way a wolf would. But hesitates. Small, wirely humanoid number 20 does not, and takes a wild bunch of swings at Gregor. Daggers flailing. Stabby, stab, 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 miss. And -4 to the next. Stabby, stab, stab, stab. Critical miss. I think it's a critical miss. Oh, is it? No, sorry, not a critical miss, but another miss. I'm gonna go with -8. I'm gonna risk it. This thing is just frantic. Stabby, stab, 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 stab. Stabby, stab, 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 stab. Nope, just stab it away, Gregor. Gregor's got him pinned. Gregor, Dark Mantle. Right? This thing doesn't seem to be hurting it much. And I'm...
I don't see him on our map here.
You don't see who?
I don't see the token of the shadow creature you're talking about. Or is he not a token on the map?
Oh, I actually do have him on the map. I don't know why.
Can anybody else see him? I just wasn't just sure it's not me.
Oh, you know what? I may have probably... I've used the same creature to spawn, so... I know, but I have it, but I don't... Because it thinks it's the same creature. It won't double it for you guys.
Gotcha.
So... I do have it. Like, I can just target it, even though it's away. Have it target, so... Don't target this thing. It's not there. I'll worry about targets. Creatures. Anyway, this thing comes through, and Gregor is torn between the little thing and the creature. Odd or even? I would say 2/3 on... Now, did we actually effectively attack that thing?
The other guy?
No, the any shadow. Did we get a hit? Did Gregor land any hit? I don't think he did.
I don't think we tried to attack the other shadow.
Oh, he had some lightning spell. No, I know, but his Shadow 101. I just fought a shadow. I barely did anything. But he did try, and he did do a little bit of damage. He might try to apply that knowledge. What I'm saying is if he didn't get any hits, he wouldn't even try to hit that shadow. But right now, I think I need to clear a path. So I think Gregor is pretty good with maybe just actually going for the Morlock. I mean, spindly human. Number something something. Spindly human. What have I got here? Where is my war flail? Looks good. Wah. War flail for a hit. Just comes down. Oh, minimum damage. Swings again at a penalty. War flail. Critical miss and burns his third action as this thing just outmaneuvers him. Wiry human number 11 is in front of Dubsy, what lost Jargon, and now attacks Dubsy with its dagger. Natural 20. You step, Jargon goes away, you step out, and you're trying to get your bearings, and this little thing just, you know those movies where they hold the dagger against their rib, like low, and then they run into you, and their shoulder hits your shoulder, and the person's so surprised because they have a person in the personal space, and they look down, and then they pull back, and the dagger's sticking out of you. He does one of those. You know, does the lean in rush. Blah.
I knew I was going to regret this.
Sorry, dude. 8 points. That's not bad for double damage. And then I twist it. Sorry. For a second attack. Pulls out, stabs again. Miss. And so frenzied and foolish are these creatures, he's even gonna go with the -8. We're just not smart enough not to tactically risk that crit miss. But he does miss normally. Gauze, he's actually experiencing something. You know, we get Corey back. I'm going to cut back to him in a cutscene and we'll talk about Gauze stabilizing and the dreams of Gauze, but not right now. Wiry small human 10 attacks. You bit me! This thing actually staggers. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, sorry. I thought he was going to stagger back and bail because he's so low on hit points. No, these things are frenzied up. He tries to bite you since the dagger did nothing and misses. Tries to bite you again. And finally manages to chomp down on you somewhere that you had sticking out. I mean, you're a pretty good guy. Arrgh. Does 6 points of damage. Excess ignored. Kenro.
First action, I'll take to kind of untangle my whip. Obviously.
Yep. The one that you would cost you. Yes, thank you.
Yep. So we've got Gregor and Jargon are getting Goss out of here. Dubsy's gone in to help the fight. I'll step in.
You told Gregor to get him out of there, but unfortunately I got pinned down. So unless you get in and intercede, Gregor's not going to be able to move.
I'm going to move in here into this little space right in the corner before the door going to where the Major Domo was.
Sliding bravely. No, let's not say this cleric is not brave. Okay? Between a shadow and a Morlock through Dubsy. Between a shadow kitty corner and another Morlock through Gregor. And then stepping back towards the closed door. Thank you, Dubsy. Underneath the shadow stands Kenro and his whip with one action left.
I'm just going to take a swing, I guess, at the shadow creature.
Now, do you need reach? Like, can you actually attack adjacent creatures with this?
I was just looking at that. It's a +1 whip. It does have reach, so I can actually hit anybody within, I guess, 10 feet, right?
Yes, but you don't. It doesn't have a minimum reach. So the old whip, they had to be 10 to 15 feet out. I think this one, they just like you can attack people beside you up to like 10 feet. So
it just says reach, trip, non whatever here, and then flail. So I'm not sure where it would fall in there. So I will attack the one that's right in front of
Gregor.
Probably one in front of Gregor to get him out of there. Yeah.
Okay. So targeting. Okay. So Gregor blocks him. So I need you to take a -1 in your modifier. Because it's the +1 shield bonus that, you know.
Sure thing. Add it on there.
Yep. And whip away. Whip it. Whip it's good.
12.
Unfortunately, no.
And that's all I got.
Just getting warmed up. Kraga, the miter.
Gregor, get out of here. We've got this.
I won't leave you. I've always loved you. Gregor, Kraga, Silver Tusk. The nerve of these creatures not tasting even remotely good, hopefully even somewhat nourishing. The nerve of an entire adventuring party of motley crews of races you don't recognize and a half-orc. They're trying to replace you, dude. How do you feel about that? What do you do?
You called that a bite.
Okay.
I say to the little Morlock, I told you I need food, and I just rage.
There it is. I didn't want to tell you to do it, but it's like, he's very calm.
Dubsy, I hope you're not next on his appetite list.
You're gonna regret that, little one.
Okay, you remember where the rage button is, buddy?
I did it.
You did it. Okay, taking an action to rage. 2 actions left. What do you want to do?
Take a chomp.
Okay, chomp away. Aren't you glad you took Tusks? Did you know you were going to get captured? No. Did you know I was going to strip you of every weapon and your wealth and not really give it back? No. Did you know that like they're just going to put like a sack on you and expect you to venture with them for the rest of the game? No. See, aren't you glad you have Tusks? Wait, what? He says, look at his face. What? How'd you do?
I messed with 12.
Distracted you with all these thoughts of not getting your gear back. Sorry.
But I will go for my next attack.
All right, go. Go, go, go. I will actually ask you for another full notch of treble. Get a little bassy there. There's a hit. Just starts chewing away. I don't know why I'm picturing Chainsaw Man right now, like the way he just keeps leaning in and flailing. You just like... Okay. You bite down harder on the shoulder and into the neck, and when you pull...
Yeah, this time, like, molten flames come out of my jaw as I'm biting down, and it just scorches him, and I get a cooked meal, not only.
Cool. Can you do that with natural weapons? Calling upon your heritage? That's awesome, dude. I didn't know you could do that. I thought it was only, like, the things you hold. I'm looking at it. It says fire, so cool.
Yeah, it's like because my rage is infused, is like it's born from the power of dragons.
Yeah.
And, a red dragon in particular, which is what gives me the fire damage. So
that's
I'm
so
just
cool,
kinda, like,
dude.
visualizing what that would look like.
30 episodes of it, like in your eyes, disappearing. Maybe a vein, your fingertips, and infusing your red hot weapon all this time, and now you just like grab a dude, and it's the flame in your eyes just goes into your like you know how they do the dragon maw, and you see the ember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how I was saying I have like his tusk was like damaged and then repaired with like silver.
Yeah.
There's like a vein of silver going through it. It starts to glow.
Red hot.
His rage.
Nice.
His rage is engaged.
Well, it cooked. They do taste a little tiny bit better. And it is the last thing he sees as he goes limp in front of you. Nicely done. And that's you. Nicely done. Round 8. Small, wirely, humanoid, number 6. Douglas! Screeching, finally speaking common. Stops biting you. Takes an action to retrieve his friend's dagger, and with daggers akimbo goes steppy step 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 steppy, calling out his friend's name with a hit critical 2 for 1 deal. He just puts
weapon fighting.
No, it was just for flavor. Be happy I wasted an action that he picked up the dagger, dude.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
Do you want me to? Picks up a dagger and puts like stacks the 2 bread knives on top of each other and just stabs you with a little double
that wasn't
blade.
really a serious question.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Here comes double damage. Here comes some serious pain. 12 points. Jabs you. And again, with the twist. Dun dun dun, another hit. And Craiga. Another 6 points of damage. How you doing, Craiga? How you feeling right now? You got time for a small side interview? You're not gonna fall dead on me, are you?
I've ignored every bit of damage, so I'm all good.
Yeah, you know why? Because you're at 0 hit points. You have been this entire time. You're running on fumes, dude.
Running on rage.
Let's do a hit point track, shall we? You took 6 before you took 12, so that's 18. And then before we scroll back, scroll back. Actually, you know what? I will skip you. I want you to scroll back and count up all the damage you've taken. I know you haven't taken your full 40, and lucky for you, even though you're enfeebled and weak or whatever, they patched you up for some reason. They actually like splint your leg and tended your wounds, and we like healthy sacrifices. But we don't want you like raging out of the cage, so they've kept you weak, but not like bleeding out, or you know what I'm saying? And then they'll do something crazy like stick a rusted muzzle in your mouth so you can't, tooth up or whatever. So you scroll back and we'll get a damage count. I know you're not going through them all, but this will explain why you're ignoring excess damage. The Phantom. Kragan died actually last week. This is his ghost floating around, kicking ass and taking names.
Be a cool character.
Yeah.
I'll never be full. I'll always be angry.
Angry and empty. Hungry and angry. He's hangry.
I'm hangry.
Jargon Whitmore. I will not abandon my friends in time of need. I may have a spell or something. What can I do? What can I do? Oh. I glimpse into the future and ensures my next blow. Oh. So only me? True Strike. I was hoping I could like cast True Strike on you and then, here you go. I will cast.
I think I'm taking 29 points of damage.
Okay. So we give you 40. What, 11? Yep, there you go. You're chewing through your adrenaline. I will not abandon my friends. I will step forward. I pull out a chunk of something. Looks like a strange ore. And I cast, for 2 actions, Telekinetic Projectile. I hurl a loose, unattended object that is within range as 1 bulk or less at a target. I make a spell tackle roll, because it's better than my left arm. The Red Sox never got my contract. If I hit, I deal lots of piercing damage. Yay, fun me. So, Telekinetic Projectile. We open the sucker up. Good old Jargon here. Where'd he go? Jargon. Jargon's going to target. There you go. These warlocks that you're... Warlocks. Morlock. These things that you're fighting. I step in. And so I don't have to deal with the corner. He pulls out something out of his pouch and he just drops it on the ground. Out there in the open. And then uses the spell to wing it sideways. Wow. Sure, that works. I like that. Boom. And hits. All right. And does 1d3 bludgeoning to the Morlock, moderately hurting it. I'm helping. Dubsy, you are up. What do you do?
I want to tumble through the humanoid.
Okay. Thump. Can I have an acrobatics, please?
We're at 22.
Yep. Wow. Now, let me just double check, because I'm so used to the 15, but when you go through a guy, you just hit his... You got to go through his...
Reflex DC.
Thank you. Which is... 19. You were good. But, okay. Now, are you just happy just to be on the other side of him, or did you want distance?
I'm happy to be on the other side because I have an ability called Tumble Behind.
Mm-hmm.
And if I tumble behind a foe, I catch them off guard, and he is flat-footed to my next attack.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just tag him with that. Paging Humanoid 11. Humanoid 11, Humanoid 11. Here we go. Humanoid 11. Effects. Flat-footed. Okay.
Oh, I can't stand your face. I want to stab you on the back.
Wow. Oh, that's a good line.
17.
What? I can't stand your face, so I'll stab you in the back. That's good, man. I like that. Sorry, 17 does... Yeah, that hits.
Let's see, and I'll do piercing damage because I said stab. 13 damage.
Well done.
And so he does 3 with the D6, but he got an actual 6 on the precise. That cranked that right up, plus double strength, so 13. Very well done. This creature, you critically hit him really low in the back. Rib pops out the other side. Nice hit, sir.
So now he is not flat-footed anymore to me.
Okay.
But I'll try one more attack, I think.
Wait 1 second. Let me just... I was unaware of the... Oh, there's your sword. Ow. Something like that. Is that how that went down?
Yep.
If the opponent is unaware, then blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm having trouble trying to... Come on. Where is the flat-footed? There we go.
All right, second attack with a 12 miss.
Oh, apparently I have +2 to this, and actual flat-footedness. It's not easy to catch them flat-footed. I will trust that Fantasy Grounds did its work because you rolled so awesomely. But this creature is not the easiest thing to actually make flat-footed, so yeah, even more impressive, dude. Sorry, how'd you get the next one? Was it a miss?
It was a miss, yep.
Okay. The shadow drifts towards us and then turns to Jargon. And Jargon, being all caught up in his spell or whatever, is just whipping the stone, and then he looks up in time to see the shadow. And this thing drifts over as an action, perceives Jargon as an action. Jargon's not moving. And reaches out a shadowy hand towards Jargon Whitmore. Because you're in the way. And hits him and grabs him. But he doesn't grab with a hand. He just leans down and, like, the mandibles just kind of chunk onto the shoulder neck, kind of like what's going on over there with the orc. And he starts pulling. We see this little black shadowy collar of Jargon's pop out just a tiny little bit. And he takes 11 points of negative energy damage. And boy, have you ever heard a grown gnome scream? It's not pretty. Jargon screams literally unabashedly in immense pain. Small wily humanoid 20. Okay. Continues to attack Gregor. Stabbing at him with his dagger. Was ineffectual before, but now that Gregor's turned his attention away, manages to slip in with a critical. And hurts him badly. Well, moderately. With 12 points. And gleefully twists the little dagger, because it's just cooler than just pulling it out and sticking it back in. With a critical miss. So he goes to twist it, and he snaps it off at the handle. Because think of it, it goes into Gregor's armor and stabs him badly, but then when he tries to twist it, the actual edge of the blade, is pinching the dagger. It's metal. And when he tries to twist it, you're trying to twist metal on the outside, even though the guts are on the inside. Because his skin, the armor, right? And it just breaks his own little dagger off. Not smart. Gregor, Dak Mantle, roars in anger. Not pain. I'm too cool for that. Although I had turned my attention on the shadow for a moment, I didn't attack it. I attacked this little thing, and then this shadow came over, and I adjust my stance. The little bugger gets me in the side of the hip. I don't know. I'm just sort of a rib down to knee today kind of guy, You guys are attacking everybody from the shoulders up. I don't know what it is. Gregor, Dark Mantle, War Flails, this little annoying thing, rises over his head, and suddenly calls out in pain as he must open the wound more terribly and actually drop his weapon with a critical miss. And then just, instead of costing him an action because he actually dropped it, he reaches out with his gauntleted fist kind of thing. and still misses, trying to get like a saving attack on this thing. Wirely Human number 11 was looking at Dubsy. Dubsy attacks him in the back, and before I react, this terrifying creature just comes over and starts attacking something right in front of me. This thing says, "Oh, hell no," and tries to get defensive by swarming up with his buddy. Dubsy, do you have attack of opportunity? Gregor does.
I do not.
Gregor will take full advantage by at least punching out at this thing. Gregor! Come on, Gregor. Earn your meal, buddy. It says dagger, but it's this D4 is the same as a fist, so... Okay. Anyway, this thing shifts, and he swings at the one, and as the other one comes to swarm, he frickin' backhands it with a gauntlet and just crushes his jaw right into its skull, and it drops dead. 2 of 4 wirely humans done, deceased. But we are now split because the shadowy figure has trapped Jargon and Gauze in the small hallway and blocks it from us from our retreat. Wirely Human number... Oh, he's dead. I won't be hearing from him. Gauze is napping. Wirely Human... Nope, he's dead too. Kenro. Get ready, Karaga, you're on deck. Kenro, what do you do? He's paralyzed with fear.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I'll look and see. We've got the shadow creature in the way. We've got the small wirely guy and wirely guy over here, eh?
Yep. Pick a target, any target.
Grab my holy symbol and say, when the hive can't get a sting, sometimes the queen needs to take a strike. And I'll cast Divine Lance on the Major Domo creature and see if that does any damage to it.
Okay.
And what Divine Lance does is it basically choose an alignment your deity has, so chaotic, and make a range attack spell roll against the target's AC. On a hit, it takes 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Yep. Do you remember when our Dwarven monk got all clerical and he started lancing this all over the place? It's very effective low level.
Yep. So Divine Lance, I'm going to target the Major Domo.
Yep.
And
hey, stop doing that. I told you I need to control the target. Stop doing it.
Oh, yeah, you need. Sorry, yeah, my mistake. Yeah, you'll do it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. 14.
That is a miss.
That's my 2-action spell.
Oh crap.
I guess what I'll do is just trying to find a way to get in here to move. So,
would you like to use a hero point to re-roll that?
Ah, yes, I do have some of those. You know what? I will use a hero point.
Oh yes.
Forgot I had those. I'll try that again.
How many you got?
I had 2. Now I have 1.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try that again. And can I have the speech again with a little bit more Ken and a little less frantic Troy?
I said, every once in a while, when the hive doesn't get it done, the queen has to take a strife and say, Callistria, knock him down, and throw it at the Divine Lance again for a 17 this time.
Also a miss, I am sorry.
Okay. So that's my attack. That's my
You have
point and everything.
You have an action left.
I will move myself.
Okay. You can go up, or you can open the door because somebody closed it behind him. Remember, the lower door got closed by Dubsy. The upper door is open.
Lower door's up, but okay. So
Or you can tumble through bad guys if you want to get on the inside.
I don't want to open that door because at least it's given some protection from Jargon. Didn't he close that door leading to them?
No, I'm talking about the door beside you. To your west is closed. Yeah. The door just north of you on that west wall is open.
I remember there's a shadow thing in that room. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I guess what I'll do is I'll move up and over here. Well, no, I don't want to block my other guys from getting in a fight either. I've got nothing really left to do this turn. I'll cast shield on myself and that's it.
Okay. Would you consider, if I may, would you consider being out here? Does that help you at all? Going straight through Gregor and the small wirely so you can back Dubsy from that side as opposed to being north of him?
That would work, yeah. I guess I can.
Okay.
But it's an athletics roll or?
Acrobatics. You need to beat 19. Unless you think that's going to fail and then you can do something else.
I can do athletics, which would be better, but athletics, no.
Acrobatics is tumbling because you're weaving.
We'll give it a try.
And Drew, unless you can find me some kind of like shove your way through a target with athletics. I was just reading about doing chases, and they're like acrobatic, weave through the crowd, athletic, shove your way through the crowd, intimidate, tell people to get the hell out of my way. I'm wondering if there's some sort of, I mean, the thing is though, acrobatic, you're moving through a square. Athletics, you will actually attack the Morlock, right?
Yeah, I have a stronger athletics, so I'm just going to try to roll through and get to the other guys. So we'll say that I'm athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics, yeah.
Natural 20 for a 21.
That's cool. You find yourself on the other side. 5, 10, 15. And it doesn't have the movement, does it, Drew?
Tumble through it. It has your movement, I think.
What is your movement?
That's fine. There was nowhere else I was going to move anyway.
Yeah, but what is your movement?
25.
Yeah, which means you can only tumble
10.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, the enemy space is difficult terrain. So
but
it costs
is my own
double.
characters. So if I go 5 and then tumble through, it would be 15, but I've already moved 5.
I don't know. I'm going to let you do it, though. Like I said, I bet you there might be a loophole there where you could just step, like you could just start striding and then tumble, you know what I mean? Who says you got to flip the whole way? You can move through friendlies for free, so... consider the dire straits. I'll let that pass. We'll keep that in the gray area for now.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Hopefully Drew won't look that up and argue with me before the combats. Sorry, Ken, you were on this side and died the whole time. No, Craiga. Allies, come to your side.
I don't even see him. I'm just raging.
Tasty people, come to your side. You're next. Oh, brand new meal ticket. You get
No frog legs.
Yeah. Oh, I just got that target up just in time. 19. No, I did not.
Oh.
That's what. No, it's okay. You've attacked him, like you've hit him, so you can just go for damage.
11 damage.
Ripping, chewing, chomping.
And
Creatures heavily damaged.
Oh, I miss.
As a miss. The third action. I risk that crit fail, or do you want to start using hero points? Or maybe save hero points for running away. You aren't aware of the undead that is blocking our exit, right? Of course, you know another way. You know another way out of here, though, don't you?
How do you use a hero point?
Main page. You double
to get away.
Oh, I just meant like, I don't know, some sort of roll where you're attacking and running or athletic. You know what I mean? Might want to save that if you needed to roll something to. But don't forget, you came in a completely different way.
They don't know about like the secret.
No, they don't. They don't know. And you don't know how they got in here, right? You just came in and they're all in a room. And like you said, I don't see anything, so you don't see the secret. You don't see the secret door. Yeah. After the rage passes and you almost pass out, I'm sure you can have a talk with your new friends. Anyway, Craiga. You've attacked. You've missed. Brand new day, so you only have a single hero point.
I'm gonna do the third attack.
All right, just take it with the bigger penalty.
Come on. Oh.
Critical miss. Chewing. Then you bite into something tough. These guys strap junk to themselves like armor. You bite into something, and that's going to say you crack a tooth. I would never be that mean. Sorry, party backstory, so it's never going to happen again. Don't worry, not on my watch, okay? But you ever bite your tongue, and you go, and you pull back, right? Causes you to relent for a few seconds, which will cost you an action on your next turn. So when we get to your next turn, if you were stunned, you only have 2 actions, not 3. Which brings us to round 9. And small, wirely humanoid 6 tries to bite you back, the mighty Craiga, and hits you, taking advantage of your hesitation, and does only 4 points of damage. -4 tries to chew on you again, and hits you with a 13? Really?
Got no armor on.
Oh, you unequipped your armor, did you?
And it's
enfeebled. Yeah, that's fine.
Enfeebled.
That's fine. Hey, dude, if you get out of this alive, you're really gonna earn it. And even if you drop dead at their feet, they have a cleric. Maybe they'll drag you out of here. Well, he was helpful. We'll just leave gods and trade for this guy. He did all the fighting. Let's save him, you know. Sorry, we can only carry one. What?
He's a touch more alive.
A huge barbarian, a half-orc, and an orc all lie at your feet. And we have a small, two small dudes and a cleric going, oh, who do you want to carry? That'd be funny. Just predicting the future. Little dude, chewing, hitting, whacking, stabbing, got you again for 6 points this time, and that's him. Jargon Whitmore sees the creature, yelps, and I'm going to make a willpower check. I mean, I want to be famous. I want to make you famous. Okay, I stood my ground against the undead. I got really close. I was nose to nose. I stood my ground. I said mean things. I heard it, but it didn't touch me. And this thing reaches into my body like I'm not there or it's not there. And I experience negative energy damage for the first time. And I squeal. I'm going to make a willpower saving throw. And I'm going to try to beat this creature's DC of 14. 19. All right. I suck it up. I suck it up. I'm going to be the next hero. I mean, obviously, let's be truthful here, boys. If if I leave, the party will fall. This is not the end. I wish to inspire courage to all my friends. Because I heard Bards and other shows played by Troy does that, and, you know, if I can't hurt this thing, maybe I can just help everybody else do stuff. It's right now. Okay? All who face the evil of this room, its inhabitants, you know, a widespread courage for anyone else that we don't know that might be in the room. Yes. Does that work? Yeah, sure. Hopefully that works. What do? Do I hit the button? Boom, boom. Did I do things and stuff? Do things and stuff. Yes, everyone. Feel my courage. Okay. So I get the courage going. Done. And at this point, I think I may have even almost overcast. What am I gonna do? Do I have a weapon? Surely I have other things besides spells. Yes! I pull my... I bail. We can do this! 5, 10. I also heard that the bard, like, inspires from around corners. No. I back straight up. Oh, stands over Gauze, but, you know, from the other side of Gauze, and draw my sling. But I don't have actions left to use it. Dubsy.
All right, one down. I think I'm gonna attack the other guy that Kenrose and Gregor's looking at.
Okay.
Got him targeted.
Flanking bonus.
I don't think I get the flanking bonus.
Okay. I wasn't sure because he was flanked in general. I didn't know how it really worked.
Oh, a 2 on the dice.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, we'll try it again. 8 on the dice for 13. It's not looking great.
I don't think we can catch a break. Kraga's got the brawls today. He's running everybody.
Yeah,
I know. I'll try a third one. Oh, 5 on the dice. 6.
Critical miss costing you actions. I'm so sorry. Oh, not really. Well, I'm a little sorry.
This guy moves too much.
He's wiggly. The creature pursues Jargon, drifts closer, is not bound, and just seems to follow him, and reaches for Jargon, and then suddenly stops. But of course, we don't see that because, you know, we see the back of it like step in after jargon and then stops. Small, wirely, humanoid, number 20, completely surrounded, bending for its life. I didn't sign up for this. Stabbing madly at Gregor with a natural 20. Oh, jeez. What is it when people don't show up? My dice just punish them. That's what you get for not showing up. Sorry, Eric. Critically wounding Gregor with 10. And a natural 1.
21.
Fun fact. I broke my dagger on this guy, remember? I don't have a dagger. So I had to have attacked him with my jaws, which are at -2 compared to my dagger. So 29 to hit him would only be a 27. Is that still a crit? Let's find out. Fun fact, I may not have crit. 19. No, that's not a crit. So I actually owe Gregor 4 points. And 2 more from the damage. So I just bite him. Arr. Then I critically miss. It cost me my 3rd action. I'm glad I remembered that. Eric would have listened back to the show going, hey man, you broke the dagger. How did you attack me with a dagger? I don't know. I shanked you with the edge. What was left of the handle?
And then he critical failed again. He would break his tooth.
No, I'm gonna have him cost an action. I'm not just gonna. I'm trying to space around. Lose an action, drop a weapon, break a weapon. You know.
He loses his teeth, and now he's our pet.
Oh, yeah. Just feed him pieces of meat from other Morlocks that we kept, and don't tell him. Gregor, I'm gonna take an action and pick up my weapon right in front of this thing. And then I'm going to smash him with my weapon because that's what half-orcs do. And he misses. And I flail at him feebly. Tries to miss again. Gregor. Gauze. He's having a conversation with himself. We'll get back to that. Kenro.
I think I originally said run, my friends, and I still think that might be the best idea. But until then, I'm here to the end.
All right. I've targeted the closest enemy.
Target him. You know what? I will. I'll ask my queen, Callistria, hit him with the lance.
Okay.
And I'll throw a divine lance at him.
Did you forget how to do your voice?
A little bit. Yeah, well,
Just like Troy hit him with, like, come on, man, let's hear the voice. You know, come on.
That was a 3 + 9.
I let you seduce my NPC with that voice, so I want to hear it. I want to hear it in combat. I want to hear let's go. Chop, chop.
First hit misses, so for the second one, we'll, I guess I can, it's a... Callistria, we're just not doing it today. We should take our leave. And I will start heading towards the door here.
Okay.
Maybe I'll lock this guy in here 15 feet here so I'm beside Gregor.
You just close the door and jargon. Sorry, buddy.
No. I'll wait here at the door, knowing that they went in there, and now I see that the shadow's there. She's trapped, so that other shadow can't come back in. So I'll just stay here. And also, I'm quick grab Gregor if he gets knocked down too.
Braga. What do you want to do?
Well, things are looking rough. I got a mouthful, so...
There's still a guy in front of you. I think.
Yeah.
Yep. He's not looking so good, but he's still there.
I mean, my rage kind of...
How many rounds does it last?
Like 60 rounds, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's a minute or something. Or
okay.
Wait, no, 10 rounds. Or, I don't know.
Okay. You came in like round 7. You only been here like 3 rounds, so what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're not hungry anymore.
Yeah, no, Krega is going to do what Krega does best, and he's going to chomp.
Okay. And hit.
That was the hit.
Yep.
Wait. Can't.
Damn,
see.
that's the last time I tell you that no one's fed you in 3 weeks, Spiegler. You're on fire. Like, everyone's missing except for you, and you're the enfeebled guy. On damage.
And I did 15 damage.
And you just tear out his neck, dude, and he just falls. Tastes terrible, but, you know, yum, yum, swallow.
I'm like, who's next?
Who's next?
And I see there's another one of those wiry buggers over there.
You look over, you see, you see some delicious frog legs. Sorry, Dubsy. You see, another one of those things, right?
I saw you stab him. I know you're on my side.
Okay, so you chew, and you're enraged, and you look over. You're not allowed to do recall knowledge checks while you're raged, are you?
No. Anything. I'm not allowed to do anything that requires the concentration.
Okay, how about this? I will burn an action for you to perceive, so that you can take in the battlefield and make a judgment call. Because right now, everybody in front of you is your enemy. They're between you and your exit, right? So you chew, you drop this guy, you turn, you perceive, and a single action left, you get a sweep of the battlefield where you see people, monsters, creatures, but they're wearing clothing, armor, weapons, and they are all attacking another Morlock.
Yeah. I'm gonna move into flanking position of the Morlock between...
Yep.
That would be between me and Gregor.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Did you hit him twice or just the once?
I hit him once, did the perceive.
Oh, right. And then you move. Right, sorry.
Yep.
Round 10. And we will see you all next time. Welcome back, Spiegler. Are you making chewing noises?
Yep.
Does he taste good after all?
It's a little stringy.
Just one shove, our wizard rolled death and fell. Tell me why we brawl this thing. Too many limbs that sting. All of us played food for its spawn. Up our XP and then we'll bring new dice for the slaying. A pretty mix, blue, black, and gold. Rolling higher, love. Oh, tell me not to give up. Provoke me, haste me, faster dash. Returning, churning, savage attack. The character is so cozy, buckets of dice. You know me, I'm gonna write all these actions down. Blowing bubbles below, see camping next to coyotes. I don't wanna die, let's head back to town. Let's head back to